Hey, everybody. Hope and pray that you're doing well today. So we come to our word from the word. And today that word is be. Be. How often have you wondered what will be? What's going to happen? And, I think a lot of times we really want to know and we want to know the details. And honestly, if we really knew what the Lord had in store for us sometimes, I believe that it would just kind of paralyze us in our present time. That we'd be so bogged down by what was going to happen tomorrow and the next day that we wouldn't be able to really function and be of any help or we wouldn't get anything accomplished now. But today we kind of see that as we've seen in previous passages, we see that as people desire to seek the will of God and seek to know what He would have them to do, we see that a lot of times that people called on false gods, and we saw how the prophets dealt with that. And today you'll see Benadad and see what he does as he hears that Elisha is in town. So we're going to pick up in 2 Kings chapter 8, verses 7 and 8. And as always, I encourage you to read the rest of the passage because some of what we're going to say even deals with Hazael as well. So verses 7 and 8 of chapter 8 says, Then Elisha went to Damascus, and Benadad, king of Syria, was sick. And it was told him, saying, The man of God has come here. And the king said to Hazael, Take a present in your hand and go to meet the man of God and inquire of the Lord by him, saying, Shall I recover from this disease? Now, as you follow along in the course of the conversation, Elisha he tells Hazael that yes, he will recover, but yet he's going to die. And it's kind of a strange conversation there until you read on to the end and you see that Hazael actually takes Benadad's fate into his own hands. And but I'll let you look ahead and read that. But isn't it something that even as Hazael hears from Elisha later on, he hears exactly what Elisha is going to say, and he doesn't want to accept it. So now you have the messenger who was sent to find out from the Lord and from the man of God, and he doesn't even believe that it's true. But yet every word that Elisha said by inspiration of God was true. So we'll come back to our original question. How do we handle it when we ask God, well, what if God did tell us what he was going to do? I mean, I think about even in as we have revelation and how many people look to that and say, well, I don't know if that's really what's going to be. So we look at those things and do we really believe them? Do we really take God at his word? You look at how many times the prophets were prophesying about the coming Messiah and how many people ridiculed them. Look at just what they prophesied about the coming destruction because of sin, and they didn't believe the prophets. Look at how many people didn't believe what Jesus said when he was on earth during his ministry. Look at how many people didn't believe the words that he said. So I just wonder today even if we did, if we heard directly and exactly what God would have us to do, if we knew exactly what the future held, would it change the way we behave today? So the Benadad, he does find out that he's going to recover. So I wonder if there was some relief there for him. All of us have faced sickness at some point in our time, and we have that same question. God, am I going to recover from this? And we may have a feeling, or we feel like God is leading us in one direction or another. But do we get so bogged down waiting for that answer that we're not doing anything in the moment? You've heard me say before, and I've quoted people before that said, that they say you could be so heavenly minded that you're no earthly good. And what they mean by that is you get so wrapped up in the future that you don't do anything presently. Now, we know that a portion of that is true, but at the same time, we should be heavenly minded, and we should be so heavenly minded that it drives us to accomplish God's will here today. There's no need in us worrying about tomorrow because no one knows. We're not promised tomorrow, and nobody knows what tomorrow holds, but we know who holds tomorrow. So let's not get wrapped up on what may be, and we'll even go back to Sunday's sermon of that question of what if. Let's not get hung up on the what if, but today, if you ask God what's going to be, just say, God, what would you have me do today? And then just focus in on that. Let the Lord speak to you, and then just move in faith and obedience. And I promise you, He'll prepare you each and every day for what's coming the next day. God bless you, and I pray you have a great, great day.